Hi, Virgo. Welcome to your 2026 check-in where we determine what is going on for you during the entire year of 2026. This is going to be an overview. And if you are joining for the first time, welcome. My name is Nika, aka Astrologyslore. To my returning supporters, thank you so much for being here. There is a lot of energy as of this recording. We have a full wolf moon that is coming tomorrow, January 3rd, 2026. The moon is also moving into Aquarius. We do have some retrogrades that are happening with Jupiter and Uranus. Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces. Venus was recently conjunct with Juno, which brings a positive and sort of a not so positive energy for relationships. But I often feel like that Juno energy does actually leave room to work through resentments and things that are bubbling forth in relationships. So we're going to see how all of this is going to manifest for you, Virgo, during your 2026 year. So let's go ahead and dive in without further ado. Let's see what is coming through for you. I do have year ahead readings that are on sale still, even though it is January 2nd. If you're interested in knowing on a personal level what's going to happen this year for you, that service is very thorough and is via Zoom. So go ahead and book. I'll have that in the description box. All right. Spirit, what is going on with Virgo? We need an energy for them. So your 2026 theme, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. It does seem like a lot of you Virgos coming across this message, you could be recovering from some sort of a financial loss, some sort of a financial scarcity. Of course, the Five of Pentacles energy doesn't always mean scarcity. It doesn't always mean financial energy. Sometimes this could even be like a recovery from like a health issue. Maybe some of you have been feeling very much neglected, very much alone. So I do think that a lot of Virgos that I'm speaking to are coming into 2026 really carrying over some kind of energy from 2025, but they're moving forward from it. So I feel like, I don't want that to come out wrong, because I'm sure some Virgos are like, you know what, I'm leaving that energy where it is. But what I feel like is that you're recovering from some energy where you could have been feeling very neglected, very abandoned, in a situation, or there could have been some sort of scarcity going on, but you seem to be, again, like there's a new beginning with the Ace of Wands. So you're really overcoming that energy here, Virgo. And I happen to feel like that is a positive reinforcement. The fact that the Ace of Wands is like you're moving forward from whatever energy this is. So this is going to manifest differently for all of you Virgos. Let's just go further into the messages here. We have the Star card, the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, Six of Swords in reverse. So we do have a little bit of sort of some insight as to what's going on during this 2026 year for you guys. And it does seem like with the Star card, the Seven of Pentacles energy, there is this energy of you really wanting to move forward and really bring something into fruition. So Virgo, I do see with the Six of Swords in reverse, there is something that you are moving forward from or trying to move forward from. But I'm going to go ahead and clarify all of this energy, because there does seem to be some sort of like mental energy or mental anxiety behind moving forward from a situation. And I do think that the overall energy that I'm getting from this reading, Virgo, is that you're coming into a place of wish fulfillment. You are able to leave behind whatever scarcity energy this is. If it's feelings of being abandoned, if it's feelings of loss, you're leaving that energy behind. I feel like you're stepping into a more financially grounded season, a more financially grounded year. That Seven of Pentacles energy is about investment and really being able to see the results of your labor. But let's go ahead and clarify this energy. All right, so we have the Seven of Cups and the Death card. So I do want to note with this energy clarifying this, I want to note that this is Scorpio energy and Aquarius energy. Some of you could have a Scorpio or Aquarius connection. It doesn't have to mean that. But Virgo, what I really feel is that some of you guys experienced some sort of a big change, big ending, and you're just really trying your best to navigate whatever this is. Now, for some of you, this is a move. This is some sort of traveling energy that is taking place with you. Others of you, if it's not a transition with your housing or with you physically moving, this could be a cycle or something that has sort of ended here with this rebirth energy, with this death card. And I think with the Seven of Cups, for those of you where you are just gauging your options, for whatever reason, Virgo, I'm not necessarily getting the energy that this is something bad or this is something urgent. I get a very kind of calm energy behind this cycle. And I feel like a lot of you guys coming across this message, you're just sort of seeing what's next for you. You're gauging your options. You see how when you look at this energy, you see how she is having a close look at her options or opportunities. You do have a lot of opportunities here. And on top of that Ace of Wands, I do think there is a spark happening with you, Virgo. And I think that whatever is happening here, where you're moving away from one situation, I feel like you're going into a better place here. And that's just sort of the feeling that I'm getting. So I think, you know, what I'm feeling, because right now what I'm kind of feeling is that you have encountered quite a bit of changes, Virgo, but I also, in the same breath, feel like this energy is positive. I don't know why. It's like some of you, you have like this quiet confidence about whatever's happening, and you're not necessarily fighting it. You're just sort of allowing whatever happens to happen. What's with the Star card? Yeah, we have the World card. I'm going to flip that over. We have the World card. That is Capricorn energy. Yeah, like Virgo, whatever this is that's happening, whether this is traveling, moving, you know, you closing out chapters, there's a lot of hope here. There's a lot of wish fulfillment here. I feel like you're willing, you're open to move forward. Okay, you really are trying to move forward in your life, and there's just this energy of you trusting whatever's coming from this. And the fact that we have this major arcana, the star in the world, you trust the direction of where you're going next. Okay, you trust the direction of wherever you're headed. And I don't know, some Virgos that come across this message, you know, some of you could be moving, like making a really big move to a different country, a different state, you know, like a big move here, a different continent even, you know. And I feel like for some of you, there is some nervousness, which I do understand with the Nine of Swords, but there's also anticipation. There's also hope. There's also, you know, like you manifesting a desired outcome. What's with the Seven of Pentacles, Spirit? We have the Queen and King of Wands. That is very interesting. I like to see that. You know, the King and Queen of Wands to me actually does indicate that for those of you where there was a cycle that ended and it was a person, it was a relationship that ended, I feel like you waited long enough, Virgo. And I feel like a lot of you guys, that Seven of Pentacles energy, yes, it does represent, you know, seeing the fruits of your labor long term, but it can also represent you waiting for something to change, or maybe not waiting anymore. You know, if this is a relationship situation that ended with somebody, because the King and Queen of Wands, I mean, that to me seems pretty evident that some of you Virgos that are coming across this message, especially if any of you have a Virgo placement in like rising or even Venus, I feel like something obviously did end, something obviously shifted with this situation, but I feel like the wait is over. You know, I feel like the wait is over, and I feel like some of you guys, you're really taking action and moving forward with your life, and you're not waiting around in this stagnated energy. There may be a cross watcher to come across this, or maybe, you know, you're leaving Virgo behind, or you're leaving the situation with your Virgo behind, so apply where it fits. But I definitely feel very strongly that something is changing here, and there is an energy of you having confidence and not waiting for whatever this is to unfold with this person. So some of you, this is a relationship and something did end, and you're just moving on. So on top of the Nine of Swords, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah. So definitely we're shifting into like relationship energy where you and this person maybe haven't been seeing eye to eye with one another. And there is a sense of like a lack of harmony with that Two of Cups in reverse. What's with the Six of Swords in reverse, Spirit? We got the Two of Wands energy. Look at that on top of the Six of Swords in reverse. So, you know, the Two of Wands on top of the Six of Swords in reverse, what this is sort of giving me is that you are making plans to sort of move away from this energy. So, Virgo, those of you where this is a cycle with the person that has not ended yet, I'm just going to go ahead and let you know right now, this is going to come to an end, especially if your needs are not being properly met. And for those of you coming across this video, it does sort of seem like a lot of you are moving forward with or without this person. But the Five of Pentacles, going back to that energy, is about you feeling like something isn't reciprocal. You're feeling very much neglected here. So I feel like, you know, even if this is not a romantic connection, this could be a friendship or anything. I'm leaning towards romance though. But whoever this is in your reality, Virgo, where it hasn't been balanced, there hasn't been polarity here, there hasn't been, you know, just harmony with this person, I feel like some of you are making plans to come out of this energy, or there is some sort of plan that's happening on a divine level to bring you out of this stagnant energy. So for those of you where you're feeling stagnant in this relationship, it is going to end. I'm just going to let you know. Now, some of you that have accepted this ending, you've accepted the change that is happening within your life, whether this is on a romantic tip or a more personal tip. I do see a lot of amazing things ahead for you with the Star card, the World card, a lot of amazing blessings and new beginnings, you being able to achieve everything that you set out to do financially. But this cycle is necessary to end before all of that can happen. And I feel like, you know, for whatever reason, you know that this is something that needs to happen. And some of you have accepted it. And honestly, some of you might not have accepted it. So this will resonate, of course, different ways. But for those of you that have accepted, hey, this is not working. Hey, you know, something has to give. You know, there will be an ending to the situation so that you're able to move forward, Virgo. Let me go ahead and pull you some advice from the Chakra Wisdom cards to see what you should do. That was quick. That was quick. I didn't even get the sentence out, but we have two cards coming out for your advice. So the first card that we have is taken from the throat chakra, and this is talking about connecting with spirit, and it talks about tuning in. So it says, I develop a quiet mind that allows me to tune in and get in touch with my higher self or my spirit. I listen for the guidance that is there waiting for me to hear. I'm open to the truth and I welcome spiritual inspiration from others. I will benefit greatly by practicing meditation and stillness. I ask for inner guidance to assist me in getting more in touch with my spirit. I know that if I ask for guidance, it will be given. So this is about really trusting yourself, but also connecting with your team here and understanding that everything happening in your life in this season of things during your 2026, this is all divinely happening, okay? Even things that you may not fully understand are happening in your favor. They're happening for your greatest good. But I definitely see a stagnant situation coming to an end, and it's going to open up all of your wish fulfillments here. Okay, so the other part of your advice, Virgo, is taken from the solar plexus chakra, and this is self-confidence. So you're being encouraged really to trust yourself fully, but to also have, you know, confidence, belief, and convictions in your abilities. You have a lot of goals that you have set for this year, Virgo. Virgos can be very intentional with what they say, very intentional with the things that they want. So trust in your ability to make this happen. Solar plexus is all about you. It's all about your self-empowerment, your self-esteem, and just really believing that you are worthy of better and you will attract better. Okay, Virgo? If you made it to the end of this video, I'm sending a lot of love your way, and I thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the messages, and I will see you in the next video.